my generation doesn't care about these Hollywood legends, or rather Hollyweird. And I just want to get to the point, okay, guys? I know this is going to be another hot take, but I feel like we all need to have a bit of a wake-up call, okay? There's so many disconnects between all the generations, and I feel like, no offense, but the older generations are quite tone deaf about a lot of stuff. And this all goes back to the Kai Cenat stream again, right? Because I have to defend my generation because I'm the oldest of my generation, and I just know how this is all going to go. I know that I'm seeing the crashing before it happens. I don't like how Hollywood is trying to groom us. I don't like how Hollywood is trying to recreate us to be exactly like what was before. Like the generations before got to make music from the heart and be creative. But my generation is expected to just follow what was done before and follow the script. Why do we have to follow the script? Why did you guys get to have the chance to create from the heart and do things organically? And we have all these rules and regulations. So I want to get into that, right? And specifically the whole idea, because I was in the midst of, obviously I've been saying that this whole situation of basically all of Hollywood appearing on Kai Cenat's stream is irritating to me. And I said the reason why, because a lot of the older generation has shown absolutely no respect for my generation, always talking down on us, saying that we're problematic, saying that we're all just on our phones, we don't go outside anymore, all these things, right? Now, all of a sudden, yeah, you all want to be on all our shows and all my favorite places, which I don't watch TV almost ever. I don't watch any TV program. I don't watch any of those things. I'm not interested. I found my people on social media, what's actually interesting, real people that are attainable. Like even earlier today, I saw some, what do you call it? One of these makeup brands had Julia Roberts. And I was literally thinking to myself, does anybody care about this stuff anymore? And like, did this stuff actually used to work? Because I'm sure that there's like so many people who were paid to make that ad and so many things, ideas that went into that, and they would have had to book a shoot and all this. I'm like, is it actually generating that income? Because I don't think that relates to my generation, because we rather listen to people that we can actually, like, we've grown up in a time where we're around people that are attainable. And so this kind of idea where people are like, you know, the respect of the legends and respecting the legends, like, no offense, but those people, whoever you guys' legends are not our legends at all. Our legends are the people that, you know, the same way you probably watched the upcoming growth of whoever the heck 30, 40, 50 years ago. We have done the same thing with our own people. And what I don't like is how, you know, there has been some sentiment around, like, you know, say for Kai, for example, having the likes of certain celebrities on his stream, that first of all, he should be grateful that these legends are there, or that they should have been more respectful, not being asking these legends to do their stupid behavior. But it's like, but that's how he built his platform. Kai built his platform from being ridiculous online and doing stupid things. People tune into his stream for that exact reason. We don't like you people because you take yourself so seriously and you're so boring. That's why I've not been interested in all these Brad Pitts, Angelina Jolie's, Denzel Washington's, whatever, you know, Halle Berry's and all this, because they're all so far unattainable. They're all these perfect individuals that you guys, you know, they had no access to in any way. You know, Kai's stream, the reason why he first got so famous is because in one of his first streams, I was still living at home, a rat ran across his room. You know what I mean? We like these people because they're relatable, and perhaps you guys relate to these other older Hollywood legends of so, you know, for whatever was going on when they came. Because like I said, from my standpoint, I grew up hearing a lot of this stuff. So I've heard a lot of the old school music. I know of the artists. Like, I remember hearing about them and hearing their names and stuff like that. But the truth is, we don't relate to them. And also, we've grown up in a time where we have people we can relate to. So I'm just kind of getting sick of this whole, like, we need to, like, take on and listen to the mentorship of those that came before. But it's like, you guys aren't even good at social media. You're the same ones who complain about, oh, social media is so hard. Social media, well, we don't know what we're doing. Or, why are you guys just wasting time making stupid videos and doing stupid streams? Well, go screw off then. That's my point. Like, go away then. Don't be here with us. Fine. If we're so just delinquent and just problematic, you don't have to be here. And that's kind of where my problem is coming from, because I feel like so much of the things I hear, it's like on the one hand, you want to come and establish yourself amongst the younger people, but then you want to establish it by enforcing what you're doing. But clearly what you're doing doesn't work, because if it was, you wouldn't be on Kai Cenat's stream trying to get extra clout with the younger generations, because you'd be making enough money yourselves. But your own generation don't support you because they're all broke and they're struggling to pay, not being able to afford, complaining about the price of eggs and whatnot and getting divorced. So don't come to us and start trying to change what we're doing, or ridicule, what my generation is doing. Don't come and try and change whatever, because people are like, oh, you should be respectful to these people, these whatevers, look at their age, whatever. This is the stream you're on. This is the stream. Listen, I respected Kevin Hart, when he first came on. I don't like the guy. I've never really personally liked him. His type of comedy isn't my cup of tea. But I respect him for his talent. Do you know what I mean? I've always respected him for his talent. And so when he first came on to stuff like Kai Cenat stream, who, bearing in mind, is like a 23-year-old guy who literally started from just recording. And this is the other thing. You're trying to get them to change for your generation, but it's us who are tuning in, because you guys aren't the ones sitting there. Like, I sat through the whole 12-hour Thanksgiving stream that Kai Cenat did for Thanksgiving last year with Kevin Hart and Drewski. You're not going to do that. I sat through the 12-hour stream. Sorry, there's a new noise coming from my computer. Where the hell is this coming from? Of course it would just be a random ad just playing for no reason, even though I'm not even watching the video. This is how these ads are. And I realize this happens all the time, where ads just start playing like on YouTube or something, even when I've not been using it for a long time. Anyway, we're the ones who sit through the 12-hour streams of, Kai and IShowSpeed playing Chained together. It brings us entertainment. It makes us laugh. Don't come and try and change what we're doing. Like, no offense for your audience, because your audience ain't even supporting you, and we're not interested in what you're doing. We're not interested in all this crisp, perfect Hollywood glam, untouchable. Oh, so and so and so and so was seen at such and such in wherever, in whatever. We don't care. We want to see something real. We want to see real people that are attainable. When we want to hear ads, we trust that whoever that is that we follow, if they give us a product, a lot of them are just making money, but we also don't mind, because we're like, hey, they bring us so much entertainment value. They, do things like actually being there for their fans, actually making it so their fans can see them. They do things like meet and greets. They make more intimate spaces where you can, they do like calls, and again, you can be on the chat. Your comments are literally being in the videos as the videos are being made. They're literally saying your videos in the thing. They're acknowledging your comments. We've got a whole different thing going on, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. And I'm not trying to say that the older folks can't be on social media. I'm all for it. I'm like, listen, I think everybody should be on social media. If you ask me in this day and age, I think everybody should. What I'm saying is, don't come and try and change us, right? And also don't expect us to give you some kind of respect as if we grew up with you as one of our greats, because we don't, a lot of us, I'll be honest, I'll say it, we don't see you as that great. We don't see you as that great, especially because the entertainment industry that you people have created has now become such a machine. Like, I was thinking that, back in the days when people would make like a mixtape, you would like record in like your friend's basement on like whatever information you had with live music, and you put it on a CD and you'd print out the CDs, and people used to have the little paper, CD covers, and you'd go out and this is how a lot of these now Hollywood celebrities are where they are. Nowadays, it's like, you need to be signed by a label and you need to follow all these rules, and not to mention the fact the whole internet has an opinion about how this genre should be done and how this genre should be done, and all the rules. I was telling you that my own producer was telling me how he has all these rules about how he's supposed to make songs, that from when he studied music production, like, the song has to be between 3 and 5 minutes. It has to be like this. It has to have this way of building, this structure, this chorus, this, that. When so many of the songs that were popular from you guys' time didn't have that. So actually, you guys have screwed us over yet again. Shock freaking horror. Because the entertainment industry wants to repeat what was done before, now a lot of the songs I hear, and you have young artists, young groups or whatever, they want to, oh my gosh, who is trying to call me right now? Oh, I'm definitely not answering that. Anyway, now, it's one of these flipping job people that are trying to recruit me, in case anybody wanted to know. And I'm like literally not answering because you're just giving me a headache. Now you want us to now have to follow all these rules when all your music started in nice, authentic, whatever's, and now we need for anybody to succeed or whatever. Again, even with social media, you have these big, huge productions where you need a whole set and this and a big, huge budget. You have to pitch your script, and then if you have a script, then you have to go to the script writers who wrote, the Quentin Tarantino movies and the whatever movies of the past, right? Who know how to write a good movie, and yet you're the same ones who have to keep repeating the same ideas. Like I was thinking about The Lion King specifically, and how The Lion King has been remade twice in the last few years, because in 2019 they did the Beyonce one, if I'm not mistaken, and then now in 2020, and then they did last year, whenever it was, they did the Beyonce cartoon one, and then they did the live action one, and it's like, wow, you guys are trying really hard to replicate what you did before. And that's my point. Why it worked is because you did things organically. Why people like Kai are popular is because they're doing it organically. What attracts us to them is because it's organic. And what puts us off you guys is because it's all fake. It's all, oh, this is what we think works. This is what should work. And I honestly think that culture needs to die. That's why I respected Kevin Hart for coming on at first, because he was just playing along with the kids, basically, doing all the stupid games and doing all the silly things. And that was kind of funny. At that point, it was funny because it's like, you wouldn't imagine Kevin Hart to get involved in something like that. But now even him and the rest of them, it's all like, now you young ones need to listen to us and our success. Like, your generation doesn't even support you, and our generation doesn't care about you either. So the only reason we're even showing all the respect that's being shown is just because the generations before meat rode you, and we respect our elders. But actually, no one's actually interested. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I'm just saying, like, get with the times. If you really want to get with the times, and get involved. And it was so obvious on Kai's stream. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some of the people because it's kind of painful to watch. Like, it's so obvious, the people where you have other, like, creators. So, like, for example, when KSI came on, he was getting stuck in. He was getting involved. He wasn't doing the whole, oh, I'm so prim and proper and better than everyone. He wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? So for people like him, it was fun to watch. But to see the Holly weirdos coming in, and again, as one of Kai's friends said rightly, specifically about Mariah Carey, right? You came on here and you got basically everything you wanted. Your kids watch. Because this is the other thing. The reason I know all these Hollywood stars, have to come on this stuff, and why it's actually kind of funny and pathetic at the same time, is obviously your kids, this is what they're interested in. And that's why a lot of them want to get involved, because they're like, oh, my kids won't stop talking about these streamers. So the reality with a lot of it is also that you don't actually really care. You just happen to have the attention, the platform where other people would actually care, but actually it's your kids half the time. And honestly, it'd be more interesting to see the kids on the streams, I'm not gonna lie, than these freaking people. So I just want to say, like, don't take it the wrong way, but like, if you're gonna try and be with my generation, maybe start with the not talking down on us. I mean, like, the problem with the younger generation, you see, the thing with my job and having worked with kids most of my life is that I've heard that phrase so many times by so many people in so many places that it finally pushed me over the edge. So there's that. Second of all, maybe don't make fun of or humble yourself, because you were the same ones talking before about how silly social media is and your kids are just always on their phones and kids of today are just But now you guys are trying to come into the same spaces. Humble yourselves and get with the times. That's what I'm saying. If life's a game, let's play to win. God bless you all. God loves you. I love you. And I'll see you in my next one.